Want to destroy your enemies without raising your voice or even moving a muscle? You don't need fists. You don't need revenge. You need a level of mental control so powerful, it makes them crumble from the inside out. Because nothing enrages the weak more than watching you win in peace. Today, you'll learn how to take every bit of disrespect thrown your way and turn it into fuel. You'll learn to win without confrontation. You'll build a presence so solid, your enemies will feel embarrassed they ever tried. Number 1, don't react. Stay calm. Reacting is easy. That's why most people do it. But ease is a trap. When someone provokes you, they want to control you. They want to live inside your head rent-free. Every time you respond in anger, defend yourself, argue or explain, you're saying, "You own me." You hand them power without them lifting a finger. And the worst part? They know it. They smile as you lose it. They enjoy your reaction more than they enjoy being right. Because they aren't after truth. They're after dominance. You'll notice something. The loudest people are often the weakest. People who scream, insult, mock, and shout. They're loud because they lack real power. The strong don't need to raise their voice. They don't even need to speak. Silence is stronger than noise. Calm is stronger than chaos. And those who master their reactions master everything. You can be right and still lose if you react wrong. You get cut off in traffic. Someone insults you in front of others. A coworker talks behind your back. You get cheated on, lied to, betrayed, and your first instinct is to blow up, attack, scream, post, rage, expose. But that reaction is what your enemy expects. It's what they hope for, because now you're distracted. Now you're emotionally weak. Now you're unstable. But when you don't react, when you simply observe, breathe, and move on, they get nothing. They walk away frustrated, empty, defeated, because your silence echoes louder than their entire attack. And when people see you hold your peace when it would be easy to lose it, you gain respect. Quiet, invisible respect. The kind that grows, the kind that builds reputation, the kind that earns trust. This isn't about being passive, it's about choosing battles. And more often than not, silence is the victory. People test you not to see if you'll fight. They test you to see if they can move you. So stop being so easy to shake. You're not a toy, you're not a puppet, and your emotions aren't for sale. Self-control is the ultimate proof of strength. If you need to raise your voice to be heard, you've already lost the battle. Because the ones with real power don't raise their voices. They raise standards. They raise outcomes. They raise results. When you stay calm in the middle of chaos, you create tension. But it's not your tension, it's theirs, because they realize they can't reach you anymore. You're not playing their game, you've upgraded. And when you master calm, you don't just stop fights, you end patterns. You end the pattern of being controlled, manipulated, provoked, played. You become something people don't mess with, not because you're aggressive, but because you're unshakable. And when you're unshakable, you're dangerous. Number 2, hold your ground with silence. When people can't understand your silence, they'll never respect your words. We live in a world addicted to noise. Everyone's shouting, posting, defending, reacting. It's a constant stream of look at me desperation. But you say nothing. You observe. You move in silence. You act only when it counts. That silence, it terrifies people. Because silence is confidence, silence is power, and most importantly, silence exposes everything fake. When someone insults you and you just stare, it breaks them. They wanted a fight. They wanted your anger. They wanted to pull emotion out of you like a thief. But they get nothing. They expected a storm. You gave them stillness. That stillness reflects their chaos. And now they feel exposed. loud, weak. You just taught them who's in control. Without saying a single word, people overvalue words. They think explaining themselves makes them look smart. It doesn't. It often makes them look unsure. Excess words are signs of internal disorder. It's the insecure who talk too much, the ones who don't believe in their own value. They need to say more to feel seen, but the silent, they've already seen themselves. Next time someone tries to bait you, pause. Let them talk. Let them explode. Let them unravel. And while they're losing composure, you're gaining ground. You don't need to prove anything. They already know who you are. That's why they attacked you. People don't throw stones at what they don't fear. Silence lets them drown in their own noise. It reveals the truth without you doing anything. And if someone keeps coming after you again and again, they're not trying to win. They're trying to survive the fact that you exist. And that's not your burden to carry. You don't need to clap back. You don't need revenge posts. You don't need the last word. You need to hold your ground with calm, composed silence. Because that kind of power makes your enemies question everything about themselves. Number 3, build strength through allies. Strength multiplies in silence. But it's not built alone. When you're isolated, your enemies feel bold. They think they can move in, strike, and walk away untouched. But when you're backed by people who sharpen your mind, elevate your values, and stand for something, you become untouchable. Find people who hold you to higher standards, who don't entertain gossip, who aren't interested in distractions, who see the games and walk away with grace and discipline. Cut off the weak links, the ones who fold under pressure, the ones who love drama, the ones who call you only to talk about other people, because they are your enemy's back door into your life. Your circle reflects your fortress. If your circle is loud, reactive, insecure, your fortress has holes. And through those holes, your enemies creep in. But if your circle is solid, silent, smart, you don't need to fight. You become insulated, protected, strengthened. You should have at least 3 people in your life who don't flatter you, who don't always agree with you, but who want to see you win so bad they'll correct you before the world can criticize you. You need people who sharpen your focus, not blur it, who multiply your discipline, not drain it. And when you move with people like this, your enemies don't even bother, because they know attacking you is attacking them, and that's a losing battle. Don't mistake loneliness for strength. True power is shared, and when the energy in your tribe is built on values, strategy, loyalty, you don't just survive attacks. You prevent them. You make your enemies invisible, because they realize they can't touch you without getting scorched. That's not loud power. That's quiet strength. That's real. Number 4, live so well they fade away. The ultimate win is not crushing your enemy. It's not humiliating them. It's not watching them suffer. The ultimate win is becoming so disciplined, focused, and successful, they vanish from your mind. They become irrelevant. Most people stay stuck in cycles of revenge. They want to be seen winning. They want to post proof. They want to throw success in the face of everyone who doubted them. But that energy still gives the enemy attention. And attention is power. Don't live for applause. Don't live for revenge. Live so well that you forget there was ever an enemy in the first place. Make your days so full of progress that you don't have time to hate. Wake up earlier, train harder, read more, build deeper relationships, grow spiritually, cut distractions, work in silence, deliver in excellence. The more you focus on your life, the more they fade. And the truth is, they hate that more than being attacked, because now they don't even exist in your world. That's the kind of defeat no one recovers from, not because you destroyed them, but because you healed. And healing in private, that's the loudest win of all. Every enemy wants one thing: control, and they get it when you react. They don't need to hit you to hurt you. All they need is for you to fall into the trap of defending, proving, shouting, chasing, blaming. But the Stoic path isn't about being passive. It's about being deliberate. You choose your responses, you control your reactions, you build in silence, and over time, you don't just beat your enemies, you transcend them. They can't reach you anymore, not because they stopped trying, but because you're no longer on the battlefield. You're in your purpose, you're building, you're rising. And when they finally realize they lost you, not to hate, but to peace, that's the final blow they never recover from. If you find this video helpful, support this channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. You help this message reach those who need it most. Your support spreads strength, and strength changes lives.